We have absolutely seen a resurgence at Lake Meredith, now up above, as of yesterday or the day before, Mr. Carl, up over 70 feet, yeah?
We're at 71 and a half feet as of this morning, yes.
Which is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We're enjoying the amount of rain that we've been getting as far as the lake goes. It's bringing the lake up to where we're within a few feet of opening 2 more boat ramps back up. One over at Blue West on the north side of the lake, and then down at Harbor Bay. If we can get the Harbor Bay one open, we have a boat dock that we temporarily have down at Sanford Yake that we can move back down there, and people can start fishing down in that area off the dock as well.
So for those that will remember, the Sanford Yake boat ramp is where the old bait house used to be, and the yacht club, and that stuff was down there, right?
It was a full-blown marina down there.
Right.
We're looking to get back into to moving that direction. It probably won't be as large scale as the one that was there before, but we're hoping to at least get a 10-boat slip in there this next spring if everything works out right. We have a vendor down on the boat ramp now, right on bait, tackle, and boat rental, who's actually on the ramp. Would like to get them into a floating marina area, but right now he's on there. He's renting bait, tackle. He's got pontoon boats, kayaks, paddle boards, all the sundries that you need for fishing right there on the boat ramp.
So can you kind of explain to us, I've kind of been keeping an eye on what's going on at Ute, water going over the spillway, running down the Canadian. There's talk of them opening up some of the gates at Ute this weekend, I think, to go ahead and push some water, hopefully down to Meredith. Do you guys have any word on that?
We're hoping that they're going to be able to get it open in the next day or so. They keep talking about that. It's more than just that the lake level at Ute has gone up so high. It's that there's a salinity question that Cremwa has to make sure the water they supply, because that's the whole reason for Lake Meredith being built, was to supply water for 11 cities, including Amarillo and Lubbock and farther south. So the water that's supplied can't be too salty. So they have to make sure that the chemical balance is proper. So by just releasing water, it could throw that off, and so they're a little cautious before they do.
I got you. Canadian River, I guess, is just rolling right now, isn't it?
It is really flowing. Yeah, we're up to, let's see, last I saw coming out of Ute was about 32 cubic feet per second, and coming just into us upstream, just a short distance, we're running at about,
a lot.
At about 1,460 cubic feet per second.
So that water that's coming out of Ute over the spillway right now is reaching Meredith already?
Some of it out of the spillway is probably getting to us. It usually takes about 4 days.
Oh, I got you.
For the water that, if it was to release from there, to make it down to us, and that also takes into effect any evaporation or anything else that happens between there and here.
But I'm assuming since the recent rains, the ground is fairly saturated, so instead of soaking in, it's probably going on down, yeah?
That's the hope.
Yeah.
I don't know everything that goes on between here and there, but yeah, as far as soaking into the ground, there should be minimal. But as the river rises, it's going to spread farther and farther and farther. It gets more surface area for evaporation, though I don't think we're going to lose a whole lot to that.
So there have been
across that it's going to have a very positive effect on Lake Meredith.
There have been several events over the summertime and into the fall to try to get people to come back out and enjoy the lake. The amphitheater was, I guess, cleaned up, rebuilt, doing movies out there. You guys have done a bunch of hikes. There have been moonlight kayaking events. There's just a lot of stuff going on around the lake right now.
Oh, it's been a blast. I mean, we've had such fun over the summer. We, through the generous donations of ConocoPhillips, we've been able to or Phillips 66 rather, we've been able to get a movie screen erected down at the amphitheater, and we've shown 4 different movies at the lake over the summer, and we're doing a special holiday trunk or treat, costume contest, and Halloween movie on the 22nd of October. And then just the night before that, there is a star party out at Alabate's Flint Quarries National Monument, just down the Highway 136 from the lake. So we've been doing kayak tours every Saturday and Sunday all summer. We did a special moonlight kayak tour. We're hoping as we get into this next season, we'll get the kayak tours back up and running. They're one of our most popular programs. By reservation only, but it's easy. It's a good intro. would love for you to come out. We're hoping to do more nighttime programs. We've been doing lots of different ranger hikes. Since the lake went down, as you mentioned, down to just over 26 feet back in 2013, we've tried to focus more on terrestrial activities and opportunities for the community to stay engaged with the area. This is the largest public lands in the northern part of Texas and close to the Panhandle, Oklahoma, and we really want to stay engaged with everybody. It's a neat area. There's almost 47,000 acres of public land up here. So it's great for fishing, great for hunting, great for hiking, mountain biking, just about anything that you want to do, you can do up here. Off-road vehicles, there's all kinds of opportunities.
Fall foliage tours or fall foliage hikes are going on right now. You said you guys have a couple of more weekends for that?
We do. It's not for a fall foliage hike, though. We have the fall foliage hike, unfortunately, has been canceled because with the river rising, the Molineux Trail is now underwater. So we're unable to...
Well, that's a good problem.
So what we are doing, though, is hikes up to the Antelope Creek Village site every Saturday in October. It's at 9:30 in the morning. It's by reservation only. You can give a call up to our headquarters building. To find out about this or any other activities is 806-857-3151. Or you can check our website at www.nps.gov/LAMR for Lake Meredith.
So Fish and Game has kind of started trying to restock. For those of you that don't know, Meredith used to be a phenomenal walleye lake, and they're putting a bunch of walleye. They're fingerling walleye. But visiting with Bob yesterday, he said some of the walleye that they were stocking here a couple of years ago when the lake level started to rise once again, some of those fish are starting to be caught. They were small, but now 14 to 16 inches or so.
Yeah, actually, we're getting some really big walleye catch out of the lake. And this year we stocked, or Texas Parks and Wildlife stocked 3 million walleye fry. Last year we had done a whole lot of crappie, and the crappie were feeding on the walleye, which gave us 3 different record crappie catches this spring. But now the walleye are coming into their own, and they're doing really well. There was 40,000 smallmouth bass earlier this year. So as the water temperatures are cooling, it's becoming great walleye fishing, great bass fishing, and wonderful crappie fishing as well.
What are the slot limits for walleye? Do you know off the top of your head?
I want to say I don't want to misquote this. I think it's 16 inches, but you could have 2 under that. Again, I would check with Texas Parks and Wildlife just to make sure. I don't want to give you the wrong information on that. I apologize.
Do you have any idea what the plans are for stocking over the next couple of months in the winter, or even looking ahead to spring?
Texas Parks and Wildlife is putting together a plan. I don't know what it is. We try to work with them really closely, but like for instance, they put in some flathead catfish that I didn't realize they were going to be doing. So they're working on all kinds of things to get fish in the lake and make it more enjoyable for anglers. And sometimes we aren't up to speed with what's going on with them, but it's okay because we're all working on the same goal, and the visitors that come out are the definite beneficiaries. So
you mentioned hunting opportunities in and around the lake area. There's a lot of opportunities for waterfowl and deer and turkey over there also. Yes.
Absolutely. It's great for whitetail and mule deer. Turkey season, we usually have a lot of takes. We're working in dove and quail. The hunters come out here usually have really good luck. As I said, it's the largest public open lands in the Panhandle of Texas and up in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. So there's a lot of great opportunities. We follow the Texas State Parks and Wildlife regulations as far as seasons and size and bag limits and things. We don't have additional fees for coming out and hunting the lake or around the lake. So come on out. There's all kinds of wonderful opportunities. Give us a call. The hunting maps and regulations are up on our webpage under the hunting section. And if you have questions about specifics, give us a call.
How nice has it been to actually get to enjoy the lake instead of just knocking down brush so everything doesn't burn down?
Well, it's been a real pleasure just to see the great expanse of water out there and all the people recreating on it. That is a concern, though, like you say. With all this rain, there's a lot more grass growing, so we have to be even more careful going into this next fire season because there is a lot more vegetation, a lot more fuels. So that's anybody who does come out to hunt, just remind them that no ground fires outside of already prescribed fire rings.
I think Bob told me yesterday you guys were going to be working on new camping areas also. Is that what he told me?
We have 12 different campgrounds around the lake, and we are working on currently Sanford Yake to get at least 12 RV hookups, the water and the electric hookups in them. So we're hoping to be able to do that also at Fritch Fortress in this next year. But yeah, we have 12 campgrounds, everything from very primitive out at Rosita Flats all the way up to hot showers and flush toilets at Fritch Fortress and Sanford Yake, and then the addition of the water and electric at Sanford Yake is going to make it extremely exciting. Currently there is no camping fees, and it's no reservation. It's first come, first serve throughout the whole lake. There will be a fee once we get into the water and electric, but that's still to be determined what that would be.
I don't know if you're from here or how long you've been here, but for those of us that have grown up around this area, I never thought we would have seen Meredith recover like this.
I've heard lots of sad stories, great stories from the heyday, and then lots of people just being sad the lake had dropped down, businesses moved away, people weren't coming out, and since the water's been coming back, this last year we crossed a threshold of over 1 million visitors again. We're on track to do that again this year. Businesses are moving back in. People are excited. People are coming out again. Lots of discussion on Facebook and other social media. It's been really exciting to watch this.
All right, Carl Brenner over at Meredith. Hey, man, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks.
Oh, thank you for having me.